What's up, guys? Jay Zang here with you with Against the Grain and Zang Nation. And I have a question for you. And that question is, what is life? Astrobiologists asked that question in 1944. A book by Erwin Schrödinger, it was called What is Life, suggested that there might be entirely different other new laws of physics needed to define what life is.
Did you know that State Farm canceled tons of homeowners in in,
The policies, the homeowner policies.
the homeowner policies in California.
Just a few months ago. Policies right in Pacific Palisades. I wonder why.
Things that make you go,
Anyway, so for life to exist, extremophiles need to exist. Because as old as our planets are, you need something that can withstand the test of time. You know, it's been said that cockroaches have been around for millions of years. I wonder if they classify as extremophiles. There are extremophiles, though, that can exist. There's psychrophiles that can exist in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of degrees below zero temperature. Now, I'm talking tiny organisms, talking about what is life. There's piezophiles that can withstand extreme atmospheric pressure. There's thermophiles that can withstand extreme heat. There's archaea, and there's bacteria, and eukaryotes too, eukarya. And as astronomy and astrobiology continues to evolve, there's so much to learn about life. So much to learn about the planets. Did you know that Venus spins in reverse? This means that the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. So that'd be a weird day to live on Venus and see. And it spins super slow, meaning that one Venus day would be the same as living here for 243 days. So after an excruciatingly long day, you would be able to see, if you stayed awake for 243 days, you'd be able to see the sun rise in the opposite area than it does here on Earth, and then watch it set in the opposite area. Crazy. 460 degrees on the surface. That is freaking hot. That is hot. It spins in retrograde because the north and south poles are flipped, and we don't know why. There could have been something cataclysmic that hit it and knocked it out. I don't know, but that's just theory. Just theory. All of its land features, all of its volcanoes and everything are named after different women only, or goddesses, or females only, which is pretty cool. Speaking of land features, Iden Mons is one of its 167 gigantic volcanoes, and it seems to be an ongoing volcano. That's kind of crazy. And then the sun. How about the sun? 15 million degrees Celsius at the core. Whew, that is hot. Has several different layers. The core, the radioactive zone, where a lot of radiation happens and heat, and then convection happens in this zone, the convection zone, where the heat is cooled and then put back in. Then you have the photosphere, the chromosphere, and the corona. Of course, the corona area is where some stuff happens. There's little things called faculae, sunspots that some of them contain these faculae, these little torches. That's what faculae means in Latin, by the way. We get solar flares from that. The sun weighs 2 octillion tons. That's a bright star. You know, there is a star, a planet star, a gigantic planet star called Kolob, Kolob. And it is said that that is where our Savior lives. That's where it is said that Jesus Christ lives, on a giant planet star called Kolob. And what's weird is this was told by the Mormons, and there's all kinds of Reformed Egyptian that talks about this. They have a book called the Book of Abraham. They have ancient drawings that show it. But the church is recanting. They're going back on this and saying, no. We used to say that, but no. That's not really true anymore. We were saying that, celestially, every perfect Mormon that lives according to every word of the book, and that keeps all the commandments and that keeps all the doctrines and covenants, they get their own planet. But no. That's not so true anymore. Why are they recanting on that? Well, not because they don't believe it's true, but because it's become so mainstream. And these are precepts and understandings that they didn't want to be mainstream. They didn't want the whole world to know about this. They only wanted certain people to know, just like their temples. They didn't want you to know the stuff that goes on in their temples. The secret handshakes. I know some of them. Didn't want you to know any of that. And I get it. It's because it was pure. It was special to them, and it was special to covenanting with God. These are things that were supposed to be not common knowledge. So I get that, but they shouldn't recant it and try to act like it's not true all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah. Planet star, Kolob, gigantic planet star. And Joseph Smith told about this in the early 1800s, long before we had telescopes, long before we knew just
not
how
telescopes,
many planets and how
the
much
big
was
dogs
actually
like the
out
Hubble
there.
and the Webb.
An unlearned, barely high school graduate Joseph Smith knew this type of stuff about the planets. That's one of the reasons I believe a lot of the things that he talks about. He was so unlearned, yet he knows so much. And that's what life is about, man. That's what life is about. Wisdom, knowledge, love. These are things that, love is an extremophile. I talked about different organisms. I think that the concept of love is an extremophile because it has withstanded the test of time. And love is still the one thing that makes this world continue to go round. War, hate, nukes, death, religious battles, crusades, they kill. But love is what preserves humanity. So of all the extremophiles out there, I think that love is the strongest of all of them.
You got your freedom, you got your choices, you got the right to speak and use your voice. Just always remember that in December nights are long and dark, but that won't last forever. There is a solstice and there is sunshine, time to live, relax, and unwind. But don't forget to take time and rewind to your history, and then you will find that freedom didn't always come free. Battles like 1776 and King having dreams. So no matter what the media makes it seem to be, we are still us and we are still free. Don't let the chains of division cause indecision. Stay free. United we stand, so stand for unity. Free. The government fears us getting along, so they create a narrative that is wrong. But we must be smarter, we must be stronger. Our freedom will not last much longer if we cave into the narrative. Ignore the giant, it's imperative. Stay free from government toxicity. Our mixed colors, hand in hand, blend beautifully, so be free. Don't let the chains of division cause indecision. Stay free. United we stand, so stand for unity. United we stand, so stand for unity. Mandela, Shastri, Dr. King, and Gandhi, Mariana Aquilo, Satyavata Devi, and you and me stay.
Anyway, I promised a part 2 of the astronomy and philosophy and theology, and that's kind of what I was bringing tonight. I also, in light of the terrible fires going on in California, and people are joking about that. Some people are joking like, "Oh, they're rich anyway." Dude, okay, cool, but they still have families. Some of them have kids. These kids went to these schools there in Palisades, and that's what the kids know. That's what they love. That's where they grew up, and they lost all that forever. So rich, celebrity, poor, whatever, it's still a tragedy, and it still sucks. And praying for them. That's all I have for now. A little bit of astronomy and a little bit of philosophy, whatever, a little bit of theology. Kolob could be one of the billions and trillions of planets out there. Who knows? Who knows? What I do know is that if there is a savior there, or wherever he's at in this universe, hiding from us in the cosmos, I want to follow his lead. And that's love. Because that is the ultimate extremophile that has resisted the test of time.